Corey P. Smith here. Wanted to hop on here, answer a few emails. One of them is a repeat question almost, so I wanted to hop on on here today and answer those questions. Let me say this too. Today actually makes 1 year that since I had my stroke, and all I can say is man, thank God. I also want to thank, like for people who have followed me, that, the emails, the inboxes, that, giving me their blessings over the last year, or at least when I, let people know I had stroke, want to say thank y'all. I'm walking. I still walk 3 days a week, and I jog too. Trying to stay healthy. Walking around my neighborhood. I always say, be deliberate about where you live, but not only be deliberate about where you live, be deliberate about whatever goals you set in life. Those some things that I've always lived by. I have always, when it came to where I wanted my family to live, I've always been deliberate in whatever neighborhood it was. I was like, I'm gonna move in that neighborhood no matter what. But anyway, first email that somebody sent me. No, this was a video. I'm sorry. It's a video off of Instagram. And man, that's why I tell y'all, be careful what you listen to on this social media. It was a guy. He was on there talking about open-ended credit. And basically what he said, he was like, you charge a $10,000 card up and they bill you for it. And you basically accept the bill and transfer it back, and you still have the $10,000 available to you. Nah, don't believe that. All open-ended means is you got a line of credit or you got a credit card, and basically you have to, whatever you pay back on that line of credit, then it becomes available to you again. That's all open-ended means. You can't accept it and then transfer it back. Transfer it back to what? So that's why I always say, be careful about, some of the stuff that you hear on the internet. Like, I ain't gonna never steer y'all wrong. Like, whatever I tell you, man, I always tell people, go do your own research. I mean, I'm still learning. I learn every day. I read, I talk to people. I have a guy that's basically my mentor, and then he's been my mentor since 2005, and he's the person that I call to this day. So, I always say, do your research. The other question, somebody revisited this late payment thing. I told y'all, just relax a little bit, and I'm gonna break down the whole late payment thing a little bit more on the 19th when I do the online event. But listen, whenever it even came to disputing the late payment, I'll just tell you this: I never reached out to the creditor. I always disputed that through the credit bureaus. One thing you got to understand: if you are in fact late, why would you go to the source? They know you was late because they got the records. So one thing I would always do, I would always dispute my late payments through the credit bureaus. Always. I ain't never do no goodwill letter, none of that. That's like going to court and signing a confession statement. So I never did that. I always disputed late payments through the credit bureaus because they the ones that's reporting it. And I'll just say this, like, I'll say this in the letter. One thing I would ask them to do is I say, as far as the documentation, man, send me the bank statement. If I'm late with the Chase, or if I'm late with Capital One or Discover or American Express, send me the statement, the bank statement, showing that I was late. They can't. You can't even do that anyway because of the type of information. Because of the type of information that's on that bank statement. You ever wonder why? Reason why I say ask for something like the bank statement. This is like, it's certain companies, like part of verifying who you are. They'll ask you. They'll say, could you please send a bank statement along with other identifying information. But, you know, like I said, we're going to get to that. Don't believe it either. Like I told y'all, hey, late is late. Not saying that you can't take it off, you can. But it's a way you have to do it. Don't never ever, if you got a late payment, dispute directly with the creditor, because they can prove it. If you were in fact late, they can prove it, but the credit bureau can't if you dispute it a certain way. If you ask for certain information, certain documentation. And they can't just send you anything, because you can, you know, I used to always tell y'all, sue the credit bureaus. And what I mean by sue them, because if they send you just anything like other than what you asked for, that's like, you know how in court where you have a lawyer that, like, somebody says something, you have a lawyer that say, I object, Your Honor, or hearsay. That's basically what that is. And you could take that, like, if you did have to take it a step further and sue them for simply a late payment, which you won't have to because they don't want to take it that far. It'll, you know, but that's how you have to look at that. You can get 30 days off. You can get 60 days off. You can't, like, I ain't gonna even lie to you. You can't get 120-day late off. But anyway, like I said, I just wanted to hop on here real fast while I'm doing my walk and answer those two questions, along with reminding you guys, if you have not signed up for the online event, I added some seats, some spots. Do that. All you gotta do is email me at CoreySmith1793@gmail.com. That's CoreySmith1793@gmail.com. I promise you, y'all don't want to miss this one. But I just wanted to hop on here and answer those two questions. I'm out.